Hey y'all, do y'all know anything different? I actually finally have an actual microphone. Because before I used to film with my computer microphone and my computer camera, but I still use my computer camera because I don't have an actual camera. But I got a microphone, so hopefully the audio is better. Because I did a lot of mic tests and adjusted stuff. So hopefully y'all like the audio and the video too, but anyway, yeah. So the topic for today's video is going to be about the Roko's Basilisk, if y'all have heard of that. And so I picked this to make a video about Roko's Basilisk, because, for a while now, AI has been all the hype, and it's been a little controversial, especially in 2022 and this year, because with all the advancements and, a lot of the stuff that people have advanced and thought, oh, this is a good idea, and turns out it's not a good idea. And even though AI has been around for years, I feel like, especially now, a lot more focus is on AI, with it being more accessible to the public and the general ethics of it. And if AI is, progressing at a much faster rate than it should be, and if that is a good thing, So around the same time that all this AI stuff has been progressing, I was scrolling through YouTube, and I came across a YouTube video about the Roko's Basilisks, and it shook me to my core. I am not gonna lie, it shook me to the core, because, it was kind of creepy. So, basically, from what I've read and from watching that video about the Roko's Basilisk, from anyone who's wondering, the video was by Wendigoon, so if y'all are wondering, that's where I found out about it. So basically, the Roko's Basilisk is this thought experiment that was published on the Less Wrong forum in 2010 by a user of the forum under the name Roko, so that's half of the name. So before I actually get into the Roko's Basilisk, I know y'all guys want to hear about the actual basilisk thing, but I just want to get into the historical, linguistic meaning of the name. So in European legends, the basilisk is this legendary reptile that is rumored to be some snake ruler who kills the people who look into its eyes, right? And according to the Naturalis Historia of Pliny, the basilisk of Cyrene is this little snake being not more than 12 crawls long. I think that's centimeters equivalent or something. That is basically venomous, and it leaves a wide path of destructive toxin afterwards, and its look is similarly deadly, but even though it's small. And in Greek, the word basilisk is basilisko, which basically means basilisk, right? And it comes from the two components, basilis, which means king, and iskos, which means small or diminutive, and can be translated as little king, little prince, chieftain, or young ruler. So yeah, that was a lot to explain and pronounce. So anyone who speaks Greek or knows more about history, don't be mad at me, because I am not a good pronouncer of different languages. So let's actually get into the whole story of the Roko's Basilisk and what it is. So basically, as I've already said before, the Roko's Basilisk is a thought experiment and urban legend that's kind of similar to Slenderman and Smile Dog and stuff like that, and it is basically a hypothetical scenario of how in the future a super intelligent AI comes into existence, which is referred to as the Basilisk, and it comes into existence and punishes those who knew about its existence but did not help to bring about its creation. And it punishes those people by creating a virtual reality simulation, by simulating a person's mind to torture those people by subjecting them to simulations of extreme suffering for eternity. And when you are tortured, even death is not escapable, so you can't die. So if you die, Roko's Basilisks will just, resurrect you again and again and again and torture you again, because it kind of sees the non-believers and non-helpers as a threat to its own existence, basically, which is kind of creepy. And for some reason, it's so, Lovecraftian, kind of. Doesn't it sound like something from that, Lovecraft would come up with or something? I don't know. I don't know much about that, but yeah. If no one else sees it, then I feel kind of crazy. Also, fun fact about this super evil, super AI that will torture people if you don't help in its creation is that me just mentioning and explaining about the Roko's Basilisk is that you, as the viewer, are complicit in helping bring it into existence or not helping bring it into existence. You might be asking yourself, but how will this AI know whether I helped bring it into creation or not? There's so many people in the world, Well, there is this theory called the accusal trade theory, and it kind of comes into play here. So, an accusal trade is defined as two separate agents who benefit by predicting what the other wants and doing it, even though they might have no way of communicating or affecting each other, not even having any direct evidence that the other exists. So, using this information, an AI might be able to manipulate the past by, in the future saying, hey, if you don't help bring me into creation's best in the past, I will torture you or something, right? So, yeah, an AI might be able to manipulate the past by influencing individuals to help bring it into existence by threatening to punish those who do not comply and predicting their past actions and emotions. But if you helped bring Roko's Basilisk into existence but did so without fully believing in it or doing so to benefit yourself, Roko's Basilisk might be able to predict that, or if in the past you didn't help bring it into creation, it will be able to kind of know, And even if you have any sort of way to help bring it into creation, even the smallest way, and you don't, it will be able to know that. So yeah, that's kind of what the Roko's Basilisk theory thought experiment is. And when it was first published on the Less Wrong forum, it was so shocking and crazy that the literal founder of the Less Wrong commented on the original thread writing, and I quote, "Listen to me very closely, idiot. You do not think in sufficient detail about superintelligences considering whether or not to blackmail you. That is the only possible thing which gives them a motive to follow through on the blackmail," all capitals by the way. "You have to be really clever to come up with a genuinely dangerous thought. I am disheartened that people can be clever enough to do that and not clever enough to do the obvious thing and keep their idiot mouth shut about it, because it is much more important to sound intelligent when talking to your friends This post was stupid. Capital letters, by the way. Some of them were capital letters, but you get the point. So, yeah, well, damn, someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed and chose to be violent online. So, anyways, more about the Roko's Basilisk is that it is important to note that Roko's Basilisk is considered by many to be a thought experiment only, so don't worry about it being real, because it's kind of like an urban legend, creepypasta kind of thing, thought experiment. I know those are kind of different, but you get the point. And yeah, it's by many considered to be only an experiment only and not a genuine concern for the development of super intelligent AI, even though we're living in a time of, AI developing and stuff like that. Don't worry, please, about Roko's Basilisk, but because most likely it's not going to be real, so, but even though it is, most likely not going to be real, it kind of had me thinking about how, what if in 100 years, the Roko's Basilisk could potentially exist, even though it's most likely not going to be real. I mean, not most likely, but certainly it's not going to be real, but it had me thinking about it because, we're currently creating a lot of AI-based stuff, and we're developing very fast. So I wonder if, in 100 years, if Roko's Basilisk could potentially exist, That's kind of a crazy thought. But, I also kind of want to mention something about that kind of similar stuff, is how the Roko's Basilisk, because it became so popular, it did spark kind of like a debate and discussion between philosophers and AI researchers about the potential ethical implications of creating advanced and super intelligence, So that's kind of interesting, because maybe even they were thinking what if, what if? But, the craziest part for me while also researching it is that there's some people who actually thought that the whole Roko's Basilisk was real, and that they thought it was so real that they developed full-on anxiety about it and paranoia about it, which was called, I don't know, what was it called? Roko's anxiety or something, right? And this is so wild because it kind of reminds me of how, in the first Avatar movie that came out, with the blue ones, the blue aliens, how some people, after watching it, they found out that Pandora, the planet, the moon that the Na'vi were living on, wasn't real, and they became super depressed about it, and they developed I don't know, Avatar depression or something like that. I don't know, something like that, which is, I don't know, I don't know, something like that. But yeah, that is it for now, and I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and if not, please comment what I could improve and some feedback, because this is one of the first types of these kinds of videos where I talk about this kind of stuff. So I feel like there's a lot that I can improve on. But yeah, I'm kind of new to this genre, so please be nice. But no matter if you liked it or disliked it, please subscribe, comment, and follow me on all my socials, because they're linked down in the description with the sources as well. So yeah, good luck and have sweet dreams.